Hey, welcome back everybody. So, I've been getting all these questions. People see me racing on the white SL7 Pro, and they ask me, Jeff, what happened to the green S-Works? Why don't you race on the faster bike? It's like $5,000 or $6,000 more expensive. It should be faster, right? So today, we're gonna do a couple of tests. We're gonna find out if it's actually faster and by how much, and then still why I might prefer to race on the SL7 Pro. Okay, so bikes are loaded up and we're gonna head over to some of my favorite training rides, and here's my idea for the tests. I have a segment picked out. We're gonna do 3 runs. So run number 1, we're gonna take the S-Works and just take it bone stock just like it is with the same average power. Run number 2, same exact thing, same power, same segment on the SL7 Pro. And then finally for the 3rd run, we're gonna swap the wheels and tires from the S-Works, put it onto the Pro to find out how much that makes a difference. All right, so bikes are loaded up. We are on our way to the segment, and I had this thought I wanted to share. It's because of you guys I'm able to do this. I am incredibly lucky. Look, I get to dork out on bikes, make a video about it. It's like 2 of my favorite things. So thanks to you guys, you subscribers out there, you longtime fans of the channel especially. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's all. We have some windy mountain roads to navigate here before we get to the segment. So see you guys in a few. All right, we have made it. We're here, we're doing a thing on a completely miserable California winter day. I think I'm overdressed, actually. Yeah, just wait until I have to pay rent. Anyway, I digress. We're at the segment. The reason I really like this segment, there's actually a few reasons. First of all, there's a dead end, so there's almost no traffic on this road whatsoever. The beginning of the segment's kind of mostly flat, kind of rolling a little bit. We're gonna get to a really high rate of speed. We're gonna be able to test the aerodynamic abilities of each of these bikes. And then the second half of the segment is like 8%, 10%, like a pretty serious climb, and we're gonna put these 2 bikes to the test and see how well they climb. And a lot of that comes down to how much they weigh. So with that said, actually, we should probably weigh these bikes. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this time we actually have pedal-based power meters, so we can swap them in between bikes. This is the new Favero Asioma. It is the Shi. It is Shimano based, so it's really easy to swap between bikes. That way we can get consistent power this time. I know I got a lot of complaints last time about using different power meters, but I'm gonna swap these pedal-based power meters out. We can even get left-right balance. It's super accurate. It's on both sides here. The results will be just that much more accurate. All right, so we're done with the tests. We're back in the garage, and the results are in. I have them written on a little cheat sheet here, and we'll get into it. Just 1 second, a quick recap on what we did. We are comparing 3 different setups. So we have the S-Works stock, we have the SL7 Pro stock, and then what if we took the wheels and tires from the S-Works and put them on the SL7, right? Okay, same power meter, same power numbers, same position on the bike, same course, same everything. We want to see the differences between the equipment. The course, let's talk about that really fast. I'm going to break it up into 2 segments because the first half is flat at 1.5%, the second half is steep at 10.2%. That'll be important in a second, but without any further ado, the results in a fancy chart right here. The S-Works at $5,000 extra above and beyond the SL7 Pro is only 2.4% faster. I want that to sink in. That's not much, you guys. Check this out though. This is when it starts to get pretty interesting. If you swap the wheels and tires from the S-Works to the SL7, now it's only 1.1% faster. It gets crazier still. Let's look at the flat part of the segment. The first half, 1.5%. The difference between the S-Works stock and the SL7 Pro with the fancy wheels is 2 seconds. It's basically nothing. They're basically the same bike. So who would want to spend $5,000 extra on that higher end bike? Well, you start to see the difference on the climb. That's when the weight difference really kicks in. But let's come back to that original question that we addressed at the beginning of this video. Jeff, why would you be riding the SL7 Pro, the white bike, the team bike? Well, there's a few reasons. One, based on the results we found today, on a flat course that's not very technical without many hills, the difference is basically nothing. So with that said, I wouldn't race the team bike on a course with hills or a lot of technical corners in it. And then when you did see me racing the team bike, I would always put the fancy wheel setup on it because that's where your money is best well spent. That's what we have found out today. But I know what you're thinking. What about stiffness, Jeff? What about the way the power transfer is on the bike? And let me squash that really fast. The difference between these two bikes, it's negligible. I think people that are going to claim there's a difference in power transfer are blowing smoke. And that reminds me, there is another reason. The white bike is a team bike. If I lay it down in a crit, it's not my bike. So there's something to be said there. So for you guys contemplating a new bike, here's my suggestion based on these test results. Don't blow your wad on the most high-end, expensive, S-Works top-tier bike unless you're really chasing those percentage points on big monster climbs. If you're a crit boy like me, your money is best well spent on a really fast wheel and tire setup. So get yourself a mid-tier, a low-tier bike. Get yourself a really fast set of wheels for race day, and you're going to be winning crits in no time. So, hey guys, thank you so much for following this content. Leave a comment below if you like this. I love making these. These are so much fun. So just let me know if you want to see more of these and what topic you want me to address next time. With that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.